You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Hey, you gonna come talk to me? When Auntie said they were dispatching a troubleshooter to manage this Spacer's Choice issue, I set my expectations low. But you, impressive. If Auntie has faith in your grit, gumption, and general ability to go heeled into outrageous odds, you are very welcome. So, I'm Luttrell, and in case you were inadequately memorandized, I'm the reason you're here. I foolishly got wrangled into this insanity, and you're my only way out of it. Well, the short version starts in a shit system called Tau Ceti. Being assigned there was abominable. Just utterly miserable. And what's worse, a literal career dead end. When the anti-merger began, a junior exec named Ray convinced us we could leverage the opportunity. We'd use Auntie to get to Arcadia, then secretly establish Spacer's Choice. What could look better to the company than sneaking away from Auntie and establishing our brand in a new system on our own initiative? The galaxy would be our Tartarus sauce. Because we had no choice. Arcadia has not been the hotbed of commerce we were expecting. Trying to convert these simpleton zealots from their king or calculus cult has been insane. Without more workers, we can't even compete, much less take territory. But we're barely surviving on this damn rock as is. I can't imagine what'll happen if new folks come join. So, that's it. I'm done. I want a way back to being gently gouged by good choices, even if it means returning to Auntie's fold. It is the only sound strategy. By my estimation, there are 3 people that need killing to make this all go away. Ray, his labor subjugationist Gray, and his adverse intermediary Lester. If they're gone, there'll be no true believers left to wrangle this herd of misfits. One or a few of them might attempt to take lead, but none of them will manage. It's my hope that Auntie will then take the rest of us back in, but that's for them to negotiate. I'm getting mine and getting out. Oh, law. All those people. Well, I suppose they should have thought to make contingency plans before it all went wrong. It's not my fault I was the only strategic thinker. As soon as you cause a big enough distraction, I'm heading for the hangar and strategically acquiring a ship that will get me to the undisputed claim and back to civilized life.
All charged up.
Enemy spotted.
Attention employees, this is William Ray. There's been some commotion at Landing Pad 3. Please be mindful of any trouble arising and report it to your supervisor.
Enemy about. Let's see what's inside them.
What's the matter, little guy? Feeling hungry?
Enemy in evacuation.
Moving closer.
Ready to main. That's not a good look, Commander.
Was my last bulletin not clear? If you see folks who don't belong here, you kill them. It's not the Spacer's Choice way to expect others to do it for you.
Friendly company. They're not. Got company, Commander. Friendly contact.
Don't be afraid. Raft is ready. Frankly, pissed off.
Soldier, I need a report on the last 5 hours of your activity. What would you say you do here?
Just reinforcing the wall, sir, to prevent a cave-in, as you ordered.
Carry on, then.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
You want trouble? Trouble it is.
This is Ray. There's been a slight weapons malfunction, and we lost AI Lester. But everything's perfectly all right now. So, cans and biscuits are 50% off the rest of the day.
Heads up. Rival lifelines.
We made a vow. We choose the Spacer's way, even if it ain't the best. Well, now that... Well, that way needs you to be in the way of whoever's coming to kill me. Survivors get free trick teeth. And like a disruptive innovation that arrives without fanfare or pre-release marketing blitz, we seem to have a new competitor in our campaign of commercial combat. You are the poisoned saber of that abominable raptidon in chiffon, come to neutralize the competition and summarily execute the most ruthless of anti-competitive practices. Am I correct to assume that the beheadings will continue until my moonish visage sits alongside the others on her ghoulish table? Oh, how delightfully droll. I have the utmost respect for any who maintain a mood of merriment in the face of their own impending doom. But I might propose an alternative. If I were you, I'd take this opportunity, this happy lull in unspeakable violence, to walk away. You can't spend Auntie's bits if you're dead. Wow, that is dark. And I'm not going to lie, quite terrifying. I need to be anywhere else. Just, please, excuse me for a moment.
Got a live one.
certainly puts the mess back on Tau Ceti into perspective. If this is what's left of Spacer's Choice, they never stood a chance against Anti.
While I care little for the current Order administration, I care even less for seeing my fellow scienticians slaughtered. It is taking every fiber of my willpower to keep this from turning to violence. I'd say farewell, but do less damage seems more appropriate. You see me again, it'll be the last sight you ever see.
Tramicular, arriving any moment now.
The story of Anti-Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Anti-Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans? Just like our sponsor Dustball team, the Anti-Cleo's darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Cabrera, sixth base person for the Anti-Cleo Dolphins. I cleaned Spacer's Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain. Anti's Choice!
Fired my last aide after an hour. Can't find good underlings. Product refinement have fresh orders. What's next on my agenda?
Our contractor's back from broken knees. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. Your work is simply outstanding, ingenious, innovatory. Keep it up, you'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. and covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Well, ain't meaning no disrespect. It's just everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding assassination attempts. That's why you weren't seen in public.
Poor dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know I have a reputation to maintain. I can't let every rung leech know my condition and open the door for plotting. I ask again, do you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations? Fortunately, when you're the head of an advanced medical technology corporation, you become first in line for any experimental life-preserving procedures. As far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here, the details of which are less salient than the details of what comes next.
Not exactly. Well, exactly. But not in the way you think. We have a mission for you that is vital to Auntie's Choice's survival.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body. There was a past proposal to utilize grafts, but, once I saw what happened to those misfortunates in the experiment, like your hanger-on here, the idea was promptly abandoned.
Wait, are you saying that the grafting program was only started up to help you with your condition and was shuttered because it couldn't?
Yes, keep up, dear. You think we would have invested money in such a risky procedure for gains on the battlefield? Well, that's what bombs are for.
That means your scientists lied to us, and our suffering didn't mean anything at all. Is that right? Me and mine were just lab sprats to you this whole time?
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia and not for its resources? Oh, you did. How sad. No need to be dramatic. Here, I'll put on my pleasant, kindly adjacent smile for you. Now, will you help acquire this new body for me, or won't you? The body I want isn't just some simple yet stylistically sutured together amalgamation of corpses to bolt my head atop.
Not, this time, at any rate.
No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech factory over on Prater. Not just any automechanical, something much, much more exciting. That facility was designed to build complex automechs, a natural choice when the Protectorate began experimenting with a proxy body for the original Sovereign. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Work halted when he died, and the torso prosthesis they developed has been locked in the lab ever since. Make it mine.
Bolster defenses to protect key assets. Some of the order-derived direction can be downright oblique, but this is clear. Auntie is our most key asset.
Admit I'm finally beginning to come around to that computronic little plan. Perhaps there is something to having the archive advise on market strategy and positioning.
Yes, I've begun to draw the same conclusion. Appears it can be a useful tool in the right hands. In any case, next steps. There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to miss. But we can show you how to find it.
Well then, fetch me my new body and we can finally begin bringing this system to heel.
The occasional I do enjoy spectating your as much as all of you base rate and file. The big rift cut off toss volumes from home, but our Arcadia League is up.
It was a mistake letting Marisol walk away like that. Invaluable don't even half describe what she brought to our crew. Hope you know what you're doing. Now, did you need something? Or... Figures that after all our time avoiding rifts, our next mission has us heading right toward one. But that suits me fine. You know I can't go a day without attempting some heroics in the face of danger. Soon as you're ready to travel there, I'll be standing alongside you.
suspected. Spies from Anti-Cleo. Seize them!
What was... bad?
Enemy uppercase! Give me my weapon!
Space.
Tramicular. Up. Tramicular. Arriving any moment now.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy, while the protectors decide what intelligence gets. Respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait?
Soon I'll be able to leave this office. You're back! Finally! Finally! Do you have it? Did you bring it here? Splendid. Oh, splendid! We'll ensure your reward matches the ample amount of faith I've placed in you. Nay, exceeds it. No additional hidden clauses. Honest. Oh, let me see it. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me look at you, gorgeous. If you'll all just excuse me a moment as I slip into something more formidable.
you are. Congratulations! Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind. You've narrowed the gap quite a bit.
Oh, Auntie, you look amazing. Absolutely everyone will want a new mech body after watching you strut the walk.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to share? Wonderful! Exactly the effect I was hoping for. What's more, it's an undeniable confirmation that the archive-derived strategic plan can be reliably executed and produces incredible results.
Astutely observed, Auntie. Irrefutable at this point.
Stupendous! Pursuing data-driven results has been my mantra since my first day at Auntie Cleo's.
Next point of business. It's high time. There's no profit in or angle to gain from putting it off further. We need to deal with the order. Why, the market penetration strategy devised by their computronic doodad even supports this. Certainly they must see it coming. Its final point states as follows. Combine resources and know-how with the Order of the Ascendant to maximize collective reach and effectiveness. In as far as that we come out on top. No new name, however. The Order of Auntie's Choice and all other amalgamated permutations sound absurd. All those scientists will swiftly fall in line like annoying little overachieving school children once you've rendered her decedent.
Yes, well, I don't know if that's exactly what the monopolistic mercantile methodology plan meant by that step.
Now that's the Auntie I know. Ruthless, voracious, inspiring.
I'm not so sure I care. If I hired you for your opinion, well, I'd fire you right now for your ninny-some vacillation. No, I'm the one determining corporate strategy around here, dear. Now, assuming you're done asking me to explain myself, are we agreed?
Commander, you had to know what all this was leading up to. Auntie ain't gonna suffer a rival of the highest order. You do this, you win her trust for life. But this'll destabilize the colony, make things worse before they get better. So if you walk this path, you best be all in, 'cause there ain't no takebacks.
You know me, Commander, I'm always up for some good killing, but doing it to help some sort of corporate consolidation leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Expected more from you. But fine. Go off. Mull it over more if you must. Return once you've found your spine.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. That strategy would be greatly inefficient, Commander. Please allow this unit to help you generate a more sound mission plan. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
Is this his idea of demonstrating might? Hell of a way to do it.
Fortunately, the Providence is not equipped with exterior weaponry. If you can reach the ship, you should find no obstacles to boarding it. This unit urges moving quickly. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent destruction of the colony. While Auntie's Choice have sent their forces to assist you in intercepting the modulator, it will take time for them to navigate the station. It seems Agent DeVries is also here, Commander. She sent word that she, quote, knew you wouldn't be able to stay away either and is ready to finish what she started, end quote.
Oh, good. I love when more complications are added to the pile. I can handle them with ease, Commander. Just say the word.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
To be so close. The rift. It's magnificent. When we've done what we came to do, it's finally time. I shall soon be reborn into perfection. Thank you for bringing me here.
We should keep moving, Commander.
Just waiting on your orders, Commander. Whenever you're ready.
All wrong. The Protectorate is perverting the inviolate nature of the rifts. This cannot go unpunished.
That must be the Providence. Were it in other hands, I can imagine the real good it could do.
The ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate.
Gives you shivers, don't it?
That's you. The eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine.
What a shame. But reckon it's better he didn't live again to see this.
They never questioned, never doubted. Theirs.
Reprobates!
Search.
rift really run them up good, didn't
I'm
it?
alive. Who needs
Ain't
to
nobody
die?
that deserves this.
Should be able to sort this out with the rift modulator.
Attention! This is your Auntie calling. Per our agreement, Auntie's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way.
The fine print is here. Huh. Auntie sure didn't skimp on her end of the deal.
You should deploy that shield of yours, Commander. Unless you're interested in experiencing severe plasma burns.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
Killing time.
Draft is ready, and frankly, pissed off.
merchandise, courtesy of Auntie's Choice, are on their way.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Alt, confirm your target, trooper. Allies incoming.
Let's see what's causing the...
Why did you make me do this? Why?
Hey, this one can talk.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me? My skin. It's burning. I feel dizzy. Not right at all. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Oh, I had to kill them.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is concerning.
How do I know you won't turn against me as well? How do I know you won't come at me with murder in your eyes?
Not on purpose. Inadvertently, maybe? Depends on the commander's mood, to be honest.
You do seem like yourself, Commander. Can you tell me what's happening? I can't make much sense of things myself. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true. Rift. That's right. We were here to investigate rifts. So why is there one in the sky? Why is everything destroyed? What's happening to me? And Sandoval? Jepson?
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you. But it's failing. I'm sorry.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is
That about right. You can help me, though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this. Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Never anything. Makes two of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor. End this for me? I don't think I can do it myself. Please. I'm sure.
Pascal? Helen? If I may, I'd like to see to your proper burial as an Earth Directorate agent. If you wish for it.
That'd be nice. Being seen off, right? This is the final kindness you'll do for me, Commander. Thank you. Try not to miss, huh?
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
You did what you had to, Commander.
From the rifts? They don't look right.
You with Auntie? We brought supplies. We're here to help. Step up and take a gander. I've got armor in all shapes and sizes for all occasions, especially this one. Such a moment calls for a once-in-a-lifetime deal, wouldn't you say? Go on, take anything you need from the stockpile. Auntie is graciously covering the bill. Remember us in the future when you're out trading bullets. Oh, almost forgot. Auntie sent word that she's standing by and ready to board the Protectorate vessel when you send the signal. Wait for the all clear, eh?
Oh, tell me, do you feel as terrible as you... Step right up for the most exorbitant medical care money can usually buy. I say usually because Auntie has declared a rare exception for you. Our esteemed accomplice, just for you, will cure all physical ailments on the house. Today only. Sure can. Fair warning, though. This is gonna hurt you more than it'll hurt me. Technically, not a doctor, but I'll take it. There, all better. And remember, any side effects are your responsibility, but I'll be happy to treat you for those at my normal rate. Greetings! In what particular way are you afflicted?
Well, the ship doesn't look at all intimidating up close. Though, I got my questions about that rover they're sending down. Couldn't the Rift have brought back some janitor mechs instead?
Hostile ahead.
Exposure.
Commander's almost dead.
Exposure. Undermining.
That rift has absorbed plasma. Never seen that before, didn't know it was possible. One thing's for sure, we're not getting around it. We better look around, see if we can find anything to help us out. Too much mayhem to be sown to stop and talk right now.
This place makes my skin crawl. Might even be literally at this point. We just need that rift modulator in our possession.
I can't hear orders.
Rest, tingling. All time.
Here. The Sovereign always did fancy himself a scientist. Stealing credit for others' work. Not surprising. And not the least of what he's done. There's no way the Sovereign figured this out on his own. Let's re-plagiarize it.
Reckon we can input this equation in that terminal we found. Great. Now we can get through the chamber. And we won't expire immediately like our friend here.
I picked up strange readings in the old lab. The core appears to be polyplasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though, thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim. Let this be a record of protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who fearlessly into chaos, tamed it.
Well, at least we can treat his utter and complete failure as a lesson. We ought to look around for a different equation.
Take a look at these readings. This isn't congruent with our observations in the laboratory. Our projections are off by orders of magnitude. Solver and Seamless. Montserrat's hypothesis.
Not a live one.
Now that the rover's ours, we should make haste to get to the Providence. We have business with that rift.
Please report to intake for processing. Welcome aboard. Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Reinforcements incoming. Finally. I was getting tired of doing everything around here.
Come, quickly now.
Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator. I'll talk at you later.
Please keep any and all fluids leaking from your body from staining the floor. Failure to do so will result in punishment via denial of medical service. How might this unit bolster or reduce your current blood volume? Note, by viewing inventory, user admits they possess foreign currency and shall submit to inspection, interrogation, and/or violent beating by security. Displaying inventory. lawless criminal element. This unit acknowledges that the concept of pay may be strange and alarming. Please note that theft will result in punishments that are infinitely more strange and alarming.
Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator. I'll talk at you later.
About to get ugly, Commander.
Exposure. Undermining. Functioning. Striving to.
Punch to the face to top it all off.
Attention.
Best to avoid combat if we can help it. Maybe ought to look around for some credentials?
That rift modulator's gotta be somewhere around here.
These credentials, when asked, will result in swift disciplinary action.
out of perfection to experiment on them? I'm going to flay the skin from those cretins for this.
Actually authorized? Come here a moment. Be wary. I've heard there's an intruder aboard. Ah, I suppose that could be you. Forgive me. I'm still a little addled from my last refreshment. I'm going to set off an alarm, okay? You've been reviewing our experiments. I hope I'm not being replaced. I specifically went to mental refreshment to avoid that. If you wish to see the modulator, you'll want to speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's in the rift chamber. Take these credentials with you, in case you're asked. Security's become awfully stringent of late. It wouldn't do to be caught unawares. That's why I carried 2 cards, just in case. Oh, though I suppose it's just the one now. I've been trying to convince everyone I'm perfectly fine. For if I do not, I fear I might be remade as part of the new plan for Arcadia. I do not wish to be remade.
Current self-locking bolt inventory at 0. Please supply this unit at your earliest convenience in order to prevent catastrophic bolt breach.
I was notified that you were here, though my fellow scientists seemed rather confused as to why. Unsurprisingly. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you. Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait. So you are familiar with the work we're doing? Tell me, what do you make of our experimentations? The party that the consul himself sent out. It has been a rather long time since they embarked. Did you happen upon them? I see. Perhaps he'll finally get what he always wanted, the consul's recognition. Such an end is certainly worthy of gossip on the command deck. It's a shame that Rand did not see what I can. Reconstitution is not working as expected. We are dealing with twisted versions of what was once normal. It's as I've been saying for weeks, but still, this ludicrous experiment continues. And what makes you think that you have the authority to fix this? I don't know what that is. And either way, you are not the one I must convince to deviate from this mess we're in. Our situation is far more dire than it may seem. There is no proof that Rift data can be stabilized or even edited. The consul's plan will fail completely. But he no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good. It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. If he won't hear me out, perhaps a third party will have more luck. Here. Use this keycard on the module over there. It will allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead. Deck up in the control room. The console is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
Unit has been functioning for...
Reckon it was foolish to think we could stuff the modulator into a satchel. Odyssey...
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Unit has been functioning for 336.
We got the schematics, but it's that other information that is perplexing me. If rifts are caused by skip drives, what are they doing in deep space?
But we got no time to ponder it just yet. We got the modulator. All that's left is to deal with the console and shutter that rift for good.
You, here before me. Surprised you could outrun these new legs of mine. They're what everyone's going to be wearing next fall. Well, I'm here now. Where's the rift modulator? No matter, dear. I see a data cartridge on you that wasn't there before. I assume those are the schematics. Did you find anything else of note? Appreciate your sand. You have exactly the sort of go-getter attitude I admire. Well, good news, go-getter. The consul's right there through those doors. Ready to go get him? You might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by brick. If you're too adversarial, he'll simply shut down. Certainly. The doubt you cultivate up front will make him more susceptible to what comes after. And in case you aren't quite as sharp as you appear, be ready to fight.
We didn't come all this way to negotiate. If he won't stand down, there are other ways, which I prefer, to be frank.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must resupply and shore up whatever defenses we have quickly. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it while you have the chance. No telling what awaits us beyond that door. I'd say it's been an honor, but, well, I suppose we both know better by now.
To business, then. Time is capital. Time is bits.
Never would I ever have believed Auntie Cleo herself would walk through that door. But I haven't time to linger in the novelty. Sentinels, if you would.
Do I appear like someone afraid of a few guns? Give it up, Emery. You've lost this war. Have some dignity. You're coming off desperate.
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia and rid it forever of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? I don't doubt that, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. Don't you tire of this little routine? I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Westport. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn, even if he's not here to bask in it. Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. It's only a crime in your estimation. When one clinches a decisive victory, who among the living would dare complain about the methodology? Using the very rift modulator on this ship, we will destroy Arcadia and edit the information stored within the resulting rift, all to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose. And the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended. Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner, seeing it carried out. Do not presume to tell me what is or isn't the truth. I was advisor to the original Sovereign. I know the mind of a true leader. This is the path Henry should have taken. Yes, of course we argued over methodology. Henry was always too stubborn, too focused on the past to understand the opportunity before him. I regret that he had to make such a difficult choice. That one of the Matriarch's heirs is not guiding us. But he needed to look beyond himself. Like I am doing now. Yes, well, we also lost the support of the Order. But can one truly call that a loss? We would have drowned already in the seas of war with the weight of their inaction around our necks. The same can be said for any subject who wavers. They are dead weight, and we must cast them off straight away. Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. And once I provide for the needs of my subjects, I will have them forever.
Setting aside all the settlements that have been razed, lands burned, resources dwindled, all figures I'm sure you know, your folk have had no choice but to go begging for help. Their story is the same every damn time. They were abandoned.
No, it was they who abandoned us, the moment they debased themselves to ask outsiders for help. You are clearly ill-equipped to speak on Arcadian affairs, or of what truly matters to its subjects. I alone can give them what they need. You must see that. So you say, but you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
Your science is 100 kinds of wrong. Worse, you willfully misinterpret what the data says about the rifts. And I can't wait to correct you.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us. I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other interloper, to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims. Heresy!
I found her correspondence with the first bishop. She explicitly said she feared the Arcadian experiment would end as all similar projects did before it, in a crumbling heap of hubris.
The matriarch foresaw many things. To think that we were not set apart from lesser societies, it is humbling. And it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of. You don't know what you're talking about. He who establishes the rule of law knows it better than anyone. In theory. But regardless of how I may have misstepped before, I am not in the wrong now. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay. You came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet to provide any proof. So where is it? What do you have? And leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Death is the only way forward. We can only be made pure from the ashes, despite whatever supposed proof you have to the contrary. Claim? If you cannot see the truth of my devotion written plain, then now I see why you are against me so. But you are wrong about the risk. We are losing this war. It is inevitable. The victors will brutally subdue us until we become corrupted. Until we forget our principles, our history, the very core of who we are. It is better that we perish together as proud protectorate, proud Arcadians. Preserving our purity is a mercy. More than that, is it not love? As are you. Your curtain falls.
Seems all my considerable efforts here have been ill spent. Total rift destabilization is imminent. Our last resort is our only resort now. We need to fly the rift modulator in.
Wait. So you're saying one of us has to do it, right?
Oh, brighten up, everyone. Not all of us need go, but, someone present will need to take one for the team. I do appreciate the effort, dear, but it's clear we're in a bit of a tough spot. I'll use the schematics and the process rift data to mass-produce rift modulators that are usable at a safe distance. These pesky rifts will soon no longer plague the colonies.
That's some grim foreshadowing there, Commander.
Well, now, I suppose this is goodbye, isn't it? I should say how I appreciate you helping me gain control of Arcadia, to promise you it will be a better place for all. and avoid tearing up about how this all fell to you.
Typical. Us being left holding the bag. What'll we do, Commander?
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. Back on Greater Tranquility, you wish to give me a chance to atone for my mistakes. I'd say that opportunity has come.
No one's going in there without me. And I'll make sure she does this right if it's the last thing I do. And it will be.
What? If you think I'm fixing to object to those two lunatics taking out 3 problems for us, I might petition you to get your head checked.
It is. Thank you, Commander. You may consider this my final sign-off.
Now, get out of here, so I can finally merge with perfection.
So, in the end, Augustine DeVries chose to die to atone for her actions. And yet, even that hope faded in her final moments, as she realized nothing would make up for what she had done. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Asa, on the other hand, was beyond such pedestrian concerns of right and wrong. She was going to merge with perfection. And she couldn't have been happier. Within weeks of concluding the Arcadian mission, Val broke down beyond repair. Her compression coils corroded from exposure to the rifts. Her logic core decayed by the heat of extreme use. Niles grieved for his automech companion, whom he secretly believed was still looking out for him. Perhaps he was right. A year after the Arcadian mission, Niles resolved a life support malfunction aboard the Incognito by using Val's old parts, a task he accomplished tearfully. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Despite Inez's efforts, the grafting program was restarted by a backstabbing anti-VP toward the end of the war. Inez appealed to anyone in Auntie's choice who would listen to shut the cruel project down. Her pleas went unheeded. Marisol quietly fumed over her unfinished business with Anaïs Bujold at Point Obviation. She eventually passed away in her sleep, alone and full of regret. After Marisol left the commander's crew, rumors swirled that she began running operations on her own. She spent her days obsessing over unfinished business, eventually passing away in her sleep, alone. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshment's process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. With unfettered access to skip drives, and its reputation untarnished by its still secret agreement with the Protectorate, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. The dangerous experimental research of Marisol's contact from Point Obviation lived on, with a Seer predicted 11.9% probability of yielding a universe-ending catastrophe. Meanwhile, an entrepreneurial work group of chemistricians unveiled a new flavor of Purple Berry Crunch. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Congrats on reaching the ending. Well, an ending. Plenty more where that came from. How about another go? Additional playthroughs don't cost nothing. Yet.